Michael, you've some of your vinyl collection here, a lot of CDs, but where's the rest of the vinyl collection?
Actually, above you, in the attic.
Why is it in the attic?
Because there are so many of them.
Right.
And if I brought them down, well, my son uses this room for a start.
Okay.
And anywhere else, I'd be just falling over them.
Okay.
Or my wife would kick me out of the house. So the attic will have to do.
The world of sports broadcasting has lost one of its most respected and enduring voices. Michael Lyster was more than a presenter. He was a master of communication, a technician of voice, and a symbol of consistency in an industry defined by constant change. From the early days of analog radio to the complexity of modern digital broadcasting, his career offers a rare opportunity to understand not just what great broadcasting sounds like, but how it is built, sustained, and adapted across generations. This is a deep exploration of his life, his craft, the criticisms he faced, and the lessons his legacy leaves behind. What shaped Michael Lyster's early life and entry into broadcasting? He grew up in Ireland during a time when radio was still a dominant medium. This environment naturally developed his sensitivity to sound, storytelling, and vocal presence. Without relying on visuals, he learned early how tone, rhythm, and clarity could create entire scenes in the listener's mind. His early exposure to sport and Irish culture helped him connect deeply with audiences later in his career. How did he master the art of radio in its early form? In his early work with RTE, he developed what is known as the theater of the mind. He used precise vocal projection and carefully timed pauses to simulate motion and emotion. Listeners could imagine the intensity of a match purely through his voice. His speech patterns created a sense of movement, almost like invisible camera work. What technical challenges existed in early broadcasting and how did he adapt? Broadcasting technology had limited audio clarity, especially across low-frequency bands. To overcome this, he adjusted his vocal pitch to sit in a range that transmitted more clearly. He emphasized consonants, reduced low-end resonance, and used sharper articulation. These techniques allowed his voice to remain distinct even through noisy or compressed signals. How did he transition from local radio to national prominence? As he progressed within RTE Sport, he refined a rhythmic delivery style that became his signature. His speech followed a natural cadence that balanced anticipation and clarity. This rhythm made his delivery both engaging and trustworthy, helping him stand out in a competitive national landscape. What defines the architecture of his on-air presence? His presence was built on control and endurance. He relied on diaphragmatic breathing to maintain vocal strength over long broadcasts. His posture supported consistent projection, and his pacing ensured that he never sounded rushed or overwhelmed. This combination created a stable and commanding on-air identity. How did he adapt physically and mentally to television broadcasting? The move to television introduced visual demands. He had to coordinate voice, facial expression, and body language while working within a multi-camera environment. He maintained eye-line discipline, synchronized with production cues, and ensured his voice remained steady under pressure. This transition required both technical awareness and psychological composure. How did he manage pacing during live sports coverage? Live sports require rapid reaction, but also clarity. He developed a pacing strategy that alternated between fast, reactive commentary and slower, reflective analysis. During intense moments, his delivery became concise. During analysis, it slowed down to provide context. This balance helped audiences follow complex events without confusion. What changes came with the shift from analog to digital broadcasting? The industry moved from tape-based systems to digital workflows that demanded speed and precision. He adapted by becoming more efficient in delivery and timing. Digital production required tighter segments and faster transitions, yet he maintained his calm and structured approach. How did modern audio technology influence his vocal style? High-definition microphones captured more detail, making subtle variations in voice more noticeable. He adjusted by softening his projection and focusing on finer vocal modulation. Instead of relying on volume, he used tone and control to maintain authority. How did he remain relevant in the age of streaming and digital media? As audiences shifted to on-demand platforms, he adapted his delivery to suit more personal listening environments. His voice became slightly more intimate while preserving its clarity. He maintained his identity while adjusting to new formats, which allowed him to stay relevant in a rapidly evolving media landscape. What made his influence extend beyond Ireland? His clarity and structured delivery allowed his work to resonate with international audiences. Even viewers unfamiliar with Irish sports could follow his broadcasts. His style was universal, rooted in strong communication principles rather than cultural specifics. What psychological role did he play for audiences? Over decades, his voice became a constant presence. In a world of rapid media change, he represented stability and reliability. Audiences associated his voice with credibility, making him a trusted figure during major sporting moments. How do modern creators reflect his influence today? Many digital content creators now use pacing strategies similar to his. They balance intensity with clarity, using pauses and rhythm to maintain engagement. His style has quietly shaped how long-form sports content is delivered in the digital age. How did critics evaluate his career? He was widely respected for his professionalism, clarity, and consistency. Analysts often highlighted his ability to remain composed under pressure and his commitment to high broadcasting standards. What criticisms did he face throughout his career? Some critics considered his style too traditional, especially as broadcasting trends became more informal. Others felt he was sometimes overly measured in emotional moments. There were also opinions that he adapted more slowly to modern presentation styles. How did he respond to criticism? Rather than chasing trends, he focused on refinement. He maintained his core identity while making gradual adjustments. This approach allowed him to preserve credibility and avoid the instability that often comes with constant reinvention. What lessons can be learned from his career? His career demonstrates that technical mastery is essential for longevity. It shows that adaptation should enhance identity, not replace it. It highlights the importance of consistency in building trust. It proves that silence and pacing are powerful communication tools. It also reveals that broadcasting requires physical discipline as much as intellectual skill. How does his legacy connect to the age of artificial intelligence? His decades of recorded work represent a valuable reference for understanding human communication. In a time when AI-generated voices are becoming more common, his delivery provides a model of authenticity, balance, and emotional control. What is his lasting impact on broadcasting as of today? He helped define the standards of sports broadcasting across multiple generations. His influence can be seen in both traditional media and modern digital platforms. His voice and style remain a benchmark for clarity, authority, and professionalism. Finally, the legacy of Michael Lyster is not just about the moments he covered, but the way he delivered them. He showed that great broadcasting is not simply about speaking, but about precision, rhythm, and connection. In an era where technology continues to evolve, his career reminds us that the human voice remains at the heart of storytelling. If you found this deep analysis valuable, make sure to support the channel by sharing the video, liking it, and subscribing for more insightful content on media, history, and global stories.